Replacing a single pole light switch, that's a lighting circuit that has only one switch location to turn a light or multiple lights on or off, is a task that most homeowners can perform. If the switch is working, turn the light on, find the appropriate breaker and turn off power. If you've turned the correct breaker off, the light should be off. To prevent anyone from turning power on while you're working on the circuit, post a sign on the breaker. When working with electricity, it's always a good practice to wear rubber-soled shoes. Remove the cover plate from the switch. Remove the switch from the box. If the wire that's connected to the switch is not copper in color, like this example, and it's dull silver, and your home was built or added to from 1965 to 1973, it is likely you have aluminum wiring. For many reasons, aluminum wiring connections can become loose and cause a fire. If you believe you have aluminum wire, you may want to hire an electrician. If you choose to replace the switch, you will need a switch that has special connectors made for aluminum wiring. There are two wiring configurations that you're likely to see. There are a few key concepts that you should understand. The hot wire, that's the black one, must go through the switch. The white neutral wire should not be switched. You need a hot and neutral wire on the light to make it light. The neutral wire will be connected to the light, and the black hot wire will go through the switch. So it feeds up onto one terminal of the switch, and when you turn the toggle back and forth, it opens and closes the switch, and then when the switch is closed, it passes the hot wire back to the other side of the light and illuminates it. If you don't have a ground wire coming into the box, that wire will be bare copper or green in color. I suggest that if you're finished watching this video, you click on the channel name and look for the video titled How to Connect Ground Wires. The other typical wiring configuration that you'll have is the one shown in this video. The power feeds into the light, so you have the white neutral wire connected to the light, and the black hot wire is wire nutted, typically black to white neutral, and the other leg of the black wire will be connected to the terminal on the lamp. It works the same way. The neutral sits at the light, the black wire feeds through and down on the white wire to one terminal on the switch. When the switch closes, it switches the black hot wire and sends it back up to the other terminal on the lamp, and it lights. So don't be confused if you just have one pair of wires leaving the switch and one is a black and one is a white. If your electrician did a good job, they're supposed to put a piece of black tape on the white wire to indicate that it is being used as a hot wire, not as a neutral wire. This switch is connected by the push-in terminals at the rear switch, and this practice is frowned upon by professionals. To remove wires that are terminated this way, you need a very small screwdriver, and there's a slot that you can push in on to release the wire. As you can see, it doesn't work very well. Since I have extra wire, I'm just going to snip these off. And then I'll disconnect the ground wire. And as you can see, I just have a black and white wire. There's not tape on this white wire, which I will put tape on here. All the grounds are tied together and also fastened to the metal switch box. If the box is plastic and you have ground wires, then the ground wires just need to be fastened together. No need to ground a plastic box. Depending upon the box you're using, you may have to break off these 4 tabs on the switch to make it fit. Mount the switch so that the toggle says off. Position the shepherd's hook so that you're turning the screw towards the open end. The connections should not be loose. Loose connections cause heat and eventually can cause a fire. Carefully fold the wires and push the switch into the box. Make sure that you don't pinch any of the wires or nick or damage any of the insulation. Replace the cover. If you're using a plastic plate, be careful not to over tighten the screws. You can break the plate. Restore power and check your work. I hope you found this video helpful. A thumbs up is always appreciated. Click on the channel name Know How Now to find other videos. And thanks for watching.